The purpose of singleness. The late Dr. Miles Monroe once introduced me to a perspective on singleness that transformed how I viewed it. He said, one bad egg spoils the omelette. Just as an omelette is easy to mix, but it's almost impossible to separate, relationships, particularly marriage, can be deeply intertwined. While marriage is a beautiful institution designed by God, it only works with the right ingredients into it. In other words, the individual stepping into the marriage matter greatly. Dr. Monroe emphasized the importance of becoming fully single, even within marriage. Be so content and complete in yourself that you don't need marriage to feel whole. Ironically, that's when you're truly ready for it. But how many of us reach this point? Not many. Society pushes us to marry early, so we sometimes end up rushing into relationships that we are not prepared for, having children we are not prepared for, and our lives changing in ways that we were not prepared for. If marriage was so urgent, then why were we born single? In many African cultures, marriage is a milestone highly celebrated by family and community. The pressure to marry and start a family is immense, often seen as an essential for social acceptance and fulfillment. For women especially, the question of marriage is sometimes raised long before she even feels ready. Elders, relatives, and even friends might feel entitled to have a say, pushing for marriage as a duty or necessity rather than a personal choice. But imagine if we took a step back and looked at singleness with fresh eyes, seeing it not as a lark, but as a season of full potential. In singleness, you're free to explore who you are and what you want without the immediate demands of family life. This phase offers a rare opportunity for personal growth, career advancement, and self-discovery, free from the expectations that sometimes come with marriage. As African communities, we cherish values like unity, family, and service, but embracing these values doesn't require rushing into marriage. For instance, financial independence gained through a period of focused singleness can actually empower you to support your family and community in more meaningful ways. You're able to pour into your family, take care of your aging parents, or contribute to community projects, all without the constraints or obligations that marriage sometimes brings too soon. African communities have historically emphasized Ubuntu, the idea that I am because we are. But Ubuntu can also mean being present for others without losing oneself. Singleness allows you to build a strong foundation so that when you do enter marriage, it's not because of external pressure or obligation, but from a place of fullness and purpose. I believe that there is beauty in singleness that often goes unnoticed. We hear so much about how to find the right partner or navigate marriage, yet rarely do we explore the joys and growth opportunities that come with being single. Here are some blessings that I have found in embracing singleness. 1. Financial independence and growth. When you're single, you have the freedom to explore, take risks, and build wealth. You can afford to switch jobs, follow a dream, and make financial mistakes without risking someone else's stability. This phase allows you to save and invest even up to 50% of your earnings and build a solid foundation for your future without compromise. 2. Career growth. Singleness gives you the freedom to focus fully on your career. You can work long hours, pursue advanced education, and build multiple streams of income. Networking becomes simpler without societal judgment that are fully bestowed to the married person. A married man can't be caught working late or having late meetings with a female counterpart without risking his marriage, while a single man can. A married woman seems to have restricted number of male counterparts she can interact with, while the single woman, not really. So here, the season of singleness gives you a steady head start in your profession, free from the constraints that sometimes come with family obligations. 3. Opportunity to choose the right partner. With time on your side, you can learn about yourself and what you need in a partner. Knowledge and experience equip you to recognize red flags and avoid unhealthy relationships. The older we grow, the more experience and wisdom we attain, so we are able to discern our way into better decisions. This is much less likely when we are much younger. Happy couples don't pressure others into marriage often, I see. It's often the miserable ones who try to pull others into their struggles, for misery loves company. So take your time, trust in God's timing, knowing that He understands your needs better than anyone else. 4. Service to God. Apostle Paul encouraged singleness, saying, "To the unmarried and widows I say that it is good for them to remain single as I am. Use this time to serve God wholeheartedly, knowing that He will guide you toward the right partner. After all, He said, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." So trust that and be okay. You have so much to do between now and then, so do it. 5. Personal growth. Dr. Monroe taught the importance of becoming a whole individual before entering a relationship. A healthy marriage involves two complete people moving towards each other for a shared purpose, not two halves trying to fill each other's gaps and becoming leeches. Pursuing self-discovery and healing in singleness means you're more likely to enter marriage as a source of strength rather than neediness. And as a result, you're more fruitful to your partner as they are to you. You're a better guide to your children, saving them from your past trauma, which you have steadily worked your way into healing. Therefore, you do not need to bleed on your partner and your children, and they do not carry burdens they need not bear. 6. Peace and freedom. Singleness offers a certain peace. There is no fear of heartbreak or unmet expectations. You don't have to justify your choices to anyone. And you can simply enjoy your independence. 7. A little freedom in your daily routines. For example, if skipping a nighttime shower is your thing, there is no one there to complain. It's just those little liberties that make the season uniquely yours. In conclusion, marriage is wonderful. Companionship is a valuable part of life, and marriage can be extremely wonderful. But it's not the only path, and it's not an urgent path. Not everyone desires marriage, nor is everyone meant for it. Some people genuinely find joy in singleness. May it shock you. And for those who feel pressured, know that marriage isn't a race. Let God be your partner in this season until He brings someone to walk beside you. Marriage and singleness are both gifts from God. Cherish each season, trusting in His timing and purpose for your life. We shall marry once and we shall marry well.